Today we will start our recap on the man from the arrival of the Monarch. This anime begins with a young boy being chased through a forest, before stumbling and falling off the edge of a cliff. He then suddenly wakes up and is stunned by the dream. The boy's name is Xiao and his phone starts to ring. He is told that his brother has been hospitalized. He panics and arrives at the clinic quickly. He shakes his brother and the doctor tells him to stop, assuring him that everything is under control. Xiao asks what happened and the doctor tells him the story. His brother just finished shopping and was making his way home when he saw a woman being abused and he told the man to let her go. The man gets frustrated at his interruption and approaches him asking if he wants to die. His brother jumps on the man's leg so the girl can run away. The man gets even more annoyed and whips out a knife and stabs him in the back. His brother fell over and laid in a pool of blood. Xiao gets frustrated at his brother for always trying to be a hero. The doctor mentions that he will need payment for his brother's medical bills, otherwise he will not be able to continue treatment. He comes up with an idea to make money quickly. He is at a hotel and we see him putting lipstick on, before walking through the corridor in heels. He is meeting with a relatively wealthy man and he opens the door and is stunned by Zhao's feminine beauty. Xiao enters and they sit together. He grabs Zhao's wrist and then gets on top of him. Xiao whips out his phone and takes a picture, which stuns the man. Xiao gets up and threatens to expose the man unless he gives him money. The man jumps over and grabs Xiao, and his breast pads fall out. The man uses the opportunity to threaten Xiao, saying that he will expose Xiao to the public as a crossdresser. Xiao pleads for forgiveness and says he won't do it again. The man says he will forgive Xiao but only under one condition. He has to complete a game for him and throws him a device. Suddenly it starts glowing. We see Xiao has now grown real breasts and has a girl's voice, and he screams when he realizes he is a female now. The man explains the situation saying that if he completes the game he will return to being a boy. Xiao is infuriated and tells him to turn him back to a boy now. The man tells him that he is now the 18th reincarnation of a famous emperor called Coco, adding that Coco had 7 loyalties who have also been reincarnated and they are in the country right now. And if Xiao reunites with them all he will return to his male form. Xiao finds what he has just been told really hard to believe, but decides to trust his word and play the game. The man tells Xiao that when Coco's loyalties are nearby the device will start to glow, and a star will also glow on both his and his loyalty's wrist. Xiao tells him that this is an inhumane torture game, but the man ignores him and tells him to focus on finding his loyalties, or else he will be female forever. He goes back home and shouts out in frustration, saying that he doesn't want to be a girl. Suddenly Zhao's brother interrupts. His name is Bei and he is startled that a girl is in his house. Xiao has to tell him some of his secrets to convince Bei that he is his brother. Bei believes Xiao and wonders why he got surgery. Xiao says he didn't get surgery and tells him it's a long story. We see a random man is behind them, and a star is shining on his wrist. Xiao doesn't spot it, and he is stunned that a random man is in their house. Bei tells Xiao that he fainted in front of the house today so he brought him in. Xiao tells off his brother once again for trying to be a hero. The random man is called Jiao and he tells them not to worry, as he is just a writer and is always sickly. Xiao tries to get him to leave now that he is awake. Bei gets involved and insists that he stays at their house until he gets well. Xiao panics and tells his brother that they won't be able to afford to feed him. Jiao whips out his credit card and offers it to them, saying that it has a massive 20 million on it. Xiao accepts the offer and takes his brother to the hospital for treatment. He checks the ATM whilst there and is stunned when the 20 million is actually there. He comes back home and Jiao offers to pay for their education, but only if they promise to learn about the 3 kingdoms. Xiao refuses as he doesn't want to learn about Coco and explains that he is Coco's reincarnation. He starts cursing Coco, saying he hates that emperor. Jiao tells him to never speak about Coco like that, but Xiao continues, and when Jiao gets up to confront him, he stumbles and falls onto Xiao. Here they both recognize each other, and see the flash of the device. We go back in time, and we see that Coco and Jiao used to spend lots of time together even though Jiao was a servant. Coco was trying to take over southern China, and with Jiao's advice, Coco managed to take over many kingdoms. However, Jiao got sickly. Coco looked after him for a while but they decided that Coco should stay involved in the war instead of sitting with Jiao. Coco achieved victory and had power over southern China. However, Coco simultaneously received news that Jiu was dead, and this eliminated the happiness of victory. We go back to the present and they both clearly remember one another. This makes it clear that Coco's spirit is also inside Xiao. Jiu kneels down and refers to Xiao as Your Highness. Xiao is frustrated by how he's stuck in between Jiu and Coco's business, but Jiu comforts him and tells him that it'll all be okay, adding that they will find the other loyalties and he will return to his original form. Xiao insists that he doesn't need assurance. Jiu goes on to say that he has got an ability to see into the future, and he will use it to help him going forward. He says that there will be another loyalty in the cafe tomorrow. We see Bei in a forest and he is watching Xiao get chased, all the way to a cliff where he stumbles. Bei tries to save him, but he is too late. We then see Bei wake up from the dream this time. He is met by a man similar to the one Xiao met in the hotel. The man tells Bei the full situation about his brother and how Xiao is in a game. He goes on to say that the only way to save his brother from the game is to play the game himself and reunite everyone before Xiao does. Bei accepts the challenge and looks to be a hero once again. The man throws him the same device and tells him how to find the loyalties. Suddenly Xiao receives a phone call from his brother Bei, who tells him that he knows everything and he is also in the game now. He then vows to save him and bring him back to his original form. Xiao is furious and tells Bei that he's been tricked and should throw away the device. They get off the phone and Xiao makes his way into the cafe. He is looking around to see if anyone's wrist is glowing. He sits down and his eyes lock onto two girls and a boy. The two girls are arguing over him, and the pink-haired girl is arrogantly mocking the other for being barbaric. The other girl responds by proving her right and starts a fight. Xiao decides to get himself involved, and the barbaric girl goes after him too. Bei arrives and sees his brother being beat up, and steps in to protect him. The cafe owner has arrived and is furious, and we see that they have completely destroyed his cafe. He declares that no one gets to leave until he is paid 3 million. Xiao runs out with the boy, and the two girls run out behind them, leaving Bei all by himself to receive punishment. Whilst running, Xiao realizes that he isn't holding the hand of his brother but instead the boy from the cafe. He decides to go back home so Jiu can help, remembering that he has 20 million. He comes home and tells Jiu to help his brother. However, Jiu is being annoying and decides to take his time. Xiao gets really frustrated and punches Jiu. This makes him sad as he was only joking. He assures Xiao that he will figure something out. We go back to the cafe, and we see Bei doing the dishes and sweeping the floors. He is working around the clock, but the owner is still not pleased. A mysterious man arrives and confronts the owner, offering him a bribe to free Bei. When the owner recognizes him as a member of the Sun family, he is scared and accepts his offer. Bei is really devastated that his brother abandoned him and didn't come back. He runs into the two girls from the cafe and they apologize for what happened. His device starts glowing, and we see that both of the girls are reincarnations of Coco's 7 loyalties, and they bow down to Bei, calling him Your Highness. It's getting dark and Xiao is wondering where his brother is. Jiu assures him that Bei is coming home, adding that he now has found 2 of the loyalties and is on track to complete the game before Xiao. He goes on to ask if he has any complaints about his brother, since he clearly loves him a lot. Xiao goes on to list a few things he dislikes about his brother, and puts some of the blame on his brother for starting this whole mess. We see that his brother recently arrived and has overheard Xiao talking badly about him. But that's where this video ends. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.